Doing the recording here, so back to our scheduled programming. Let's take a look at chapter 10, the practice sheet here. We don't want to forget our syllable divisions and labeling here. It's going to help us a ton, especially as we anticipate getting into chapter 12, where we're going to apply all of the stuff we've been learning. So let's just work through these real quickly. Let's start with the one on the right. I have some Kometz Katuth symbols that are possibly one thing or another. So let's remind ourselves, when we see a Kometz symbol, the first question we want to ask to figure it out is what?
Is it a cuss?
Is it a cuss syllable? And I don't know if it's a cuss syllable if I have a Shabbat immediately following, because I need to know whether the Shabbat is silent or vocal, right? Mm-hmm. Looking to the right helps me precious little because the symbol's ambiguous. So what do I do next?
Look to the left.
I look to the left and ask, is there a method here? Okay, and is there a method here? No. What does that tell me the symbol is? You always forget, right? If there's a method, if the answer is yes, it's Kometz. If it's no, it's Kometz Katuth. Remember, on method question, no has an O, that's a short O. All right, so Kometz Katuth. And now, if that's a short O, the Shabbat must be silent. If the Shabbat is silent, I must divide left to the left of it. So how do I pronounce that first syllable? Coat. Good. And how do I pronounce the second syllable? Well, I need to know what that symbol is. Again, go back to the cuss question. Is that a closed unaccented syllable? Is it closed?
Yes.
Is it unaccented?
No.
No. Where's the tone on this word? Final syllable. The one before is closed and pre-tonic. How do I know it's closed? And
the silent Shabbat.
Silent Shabbat marks a closed syllable. Okay. So it's not a cuss syllable here on the left side either, so it must be what? Must be Kometz. If it were a cuss syllable, it would have to be the short O, because cuss means what? Everybody say it with me. Closed unaccented syllables require short vowels. And since it's not a cuss syllable and it's not a short vowel, it's a Kometz.
Is there a question? Is there such a thing as a Kometz Katuth hey?
No.
Because we see the peak in the hey, which means it is a. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, so it's not a mater hey, right? This is a mapik dot there. And I think we've got everything labeled that we need to, right? So we want to pronounce this kot la. And that's a real hey, so we want to pronounce the hey. Kot la. Kot la. All right, good. And then on the left, I have, let's see, there is a Kometz symbol to figure out. We'll get to that soon enough. Don't have to do that right now. I've got some dots here in these two consonants. What's that first consonant with the dot called?
Tate.
It's Tate. And the second one is Tav. Good, Tate and Tav. So, what kind of dots in Tate?
Not a big Kafet, right?
Okay, it's not a Begat Kafet letter, so it cannot be a Dagesh Lane. It's got to be a Dagesh Forte. Could it be a Mapik? No, Mapik's only go where? And Hay's got to be where?
The end of the
Final. Yes. Okay, so yeah, there's only one possibility for this one, right? It's got to be Dagesh Forte. How would I divide this? Come down, grab the dot, keep going down. Okay. And what kind of syllable does the Dagesh Forte always create? To the right, a close. Dagesh Forte always closes a syllable, and then we have we open a syllable with the second of the double consonant. All right, good. Now, over here I have the ta after kit ta. Can I just divide there? supposing that I've got a consonant with a vowel and an
No,
open syllable?
No.
No,
to the right.
because the Shabbat needs to be settled, right? Gotta figure that out. If it's vocal, I divide one place. If it's silent, I divide the other. So I can't divide this until I know what kind of Shabbat it is. How do I figure it out? Look to the right. And is pathat long or short?
Short.
That's short. And so the Shabbat is
Silent.
silent. And now I can divide to the left of it. So kit and then tall. Now, am I done dividing?
Nope.
No. I have two vowels over here, don't I? Kirik Yod and Kametz or Kametz Katut. One of those. So, well, how should I divide this?
You'd have to divide right after the yod.
That's right. I'm going to divide that right after the Yod. I can't divide it here. Now, a tav with a kirik could be a syllable, but what would be the problem with dividing it here?
The yod doesn't have a
It
vowel.
doesn't have vowel.
The yod is a vowel marker, and it goes with the tav. The yod doesn't have any vowel or shabbat under it, so it's not functioning as a consonant anyway.
It's historically long vowel.
Yeah, this is part of the historically long kirik yod. So we do want to divide after the vowel called kirik yod, and now the hey has a vowel too, right? Now, or actually, we said the first syllable was closed. Let's figure out the rest of the syllables. The second syllable, is that open or closed?
Closed.
And because I got a silent Shabbat, right? The third syllable,
Open.
open. The yod is not a consonant, so it's part of the vowel, kirik yod. And with the vowel, it's open. And then this final syllable, is that open or closed?
It's open.
It's open. Good. Where's the tone?
On the sorry, on the top, yeah.
Yeah, it's right here on the T, right? So that's tonic. The one before is
Tritonic.
pre-tonic. Before that is
Proper-tonic.
proper-tonic. And after the tonic syllable, we got post-tonic. Okay, good. So now I want to settle whether that's a kametz or kametz ketub. What's the first, and usually the only question I have to ask, is it a cuss syllable? Is it closed?
No.
No. Is it unaccented?
Yes.
Yes, if it's not tonic, it's not accented, right? But it's not closed, so it can't be a cuss syllable. So I assume this must be what? A kametz. Really? Yeah. If it's not, if it is cuss, it's short O, kametz ketub.
Oh.
If it's not, then I go the other way.
It's comments.
Then it's kametz.
Just kind of roll backwards.
Yeah, so that's long A.
And is that confirmed by the fact that it's following a long vowel?
I mean, no, not necessarily. Like, I could have a short vowel before a letter that has a kametz under it too.
Oh, okay.
It's just not a cuss syllable, so I take it as a kametz.
With the hey as it's not a consonant anymore. That this makes it a historically long vowel. Comments. Is it a comments hey at the end?
No. So it kametz hey means the hey has to go to the left,
Okay.
right? And there's going to be
There
some
has to be a
consonant
consonant.
here. That's a kametz hey accompany.
So the hey
So the hey
there
is a consonant here
is a consonant
because the hey has a vowel under it. Yeah.
But there's no peak under it.
But there's no mapeek because I only put mapeek in a final hey if there's nothing below or after it. It's literally got to be the last thing here.
That makes sense.
If I've got a vowel under it, I don't need the mapeek because the hey has to be a consonant when it has a vowel under it. Because I can never have a vowel with a vowel under it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, so that's a comment. So how am I going to pronounce this? First syllable, kit. Second syllable, tall. T. Ha.
Tiha.
Got to get the hey first and then the hey. Ha. T. Ha. Kit tall. T. Ha. Kit tall. T. Ha. Yeah. All right. Good. Anybody have any questions about this?
Makes sense.
All right. Good. Now what we want to do for this part of the practice sheet is we're practicing forming the CalPerfect conjugation for verbs. So we're going to start at the beginning. Now, if you remember, just to go back to, I'll pull up the handout here. What we learned in our lesson for CalPerfect is the perfect conjugation is identified by inflectional endings. Endings that show different forms. They mark the subject. So the 3 boxes here represent any 3 consonants of a verb. So if you remember, we've learned Nathan, we've learned Yashav, we've learned Allah, right? So those 3 consonants could go wherever these 3 boxes are. What's going to change are the endings to mark who's doing the different verbs. He gave, he sat, he walked, right? I'm going to use no ending. I'm going to add comma te to the end for she, ta at the end for you, man. Silent shava will go under the 3rd consonant. Ch with a silent shava. This was sort of new for us, if you recall. Anytime I have 2 shavas at the end of a word, they are both silent shavas. Okay? And then that's you, woman, and then T as I did it. Over here on the plural side, Shurik as they did it. Tem and ten as y'all did it. Masculine versus feminine, though, right? We distinguish gender here, but for 3rd plural, it's common gender. And then for new, we did it. All right? Now, these endings that I've learned, or that I've showed you, that I showed you here for the boxes part, that's going to be a stable set of endings in the perfect conjugation for not just the cal stem we're learning in this chapter, but for all of the verbal stems that we will learn. There's a nifal stem, a pl stem, a pual stem, pitpile, pitpil, and hopal. All of them have perfect conjugation. All right? And so once you learn it for the cal, you learn it for all of them, which is great. Okay? But the CalPerfect, in this paradigm here, we're learning what are the vowels that go with the first 2 root letters. And they're pretty consistent, right? What do I usually want root 1 to have? The first consonant? Root 1 usually gets a commence. What is the variant? 2 places instead of a commence, I get what?
Vocal shava.
A vocal shava. Okay, that's in the 2MP and 2FP. Okay, so what do I want to be there? The CalPerfect, by default, root 1 gets commence. And it should always be commence unless it reduces the vocal shava. When do open syllables like to reduce the vocal shava? Open propertonic. So notice I have a tonic syllable here, a pretonic syllable here. Pa, with the long A, would have been open and propertonic, and that's why it reduces. That happens in these 2 places. Okay? So root 1 wants commence. What does root 2 want by default here? Yeah, what's that vowel called? Anyone? Patah. Patah. That's right. In other words, I get long A, short A by default, right? A, and then the A with no macron. Long A, short A. Pa, kad. So if you can remember the first form, pa, kad, then you've got the basic vowel that should be there all the way throughout. Now, again, by default, I want a pathak with root 2. That's called the theme vowel. The theme vowel is the root 2 vowel. Unless something makes that go away. What does it become if it's not a pathak? Where do I see the exceptions? Here and here under the root 2 code. What is that? That's a shava. Is it silent or vocal? What do you see here? There is a metheg here, isn't there? So that is a long A still, right? But that's a vocal Shabbat. Pa-ka-da, pa-ka-da, pa-ka-da. So anytime I see a Shabbat where I have the normal vowel, it's always a vocal Shabbat. Because with these 3FS and 3CP, I've got the method to help me pronounce that as A, and the Shabbat is vocal. Pa-ka-do, pa-ka-do. And of course, the Shabbat at the beginning of the word are always vocal, right? So that's my vowel picking. I want long A, short A. Sometimes long A gives the vocal Shabbat. Sometimes the short A gives the vocal Shabbat. They do that in different places. Okay. All right. So with that in mind,
Marshall,
yes.
I'm sorry if I just missed this, but if you could explain again why why to a point is a verb, but the open propretonic syllable reduces to a vocal Shabbat, when normally with the verb it doesn't, right?
Yeah, normally with verb, when we have reduction, it's open pretonic syllables will do that, right? Yeah. So it happens here. So let's talk about it. If I take the basic vowel points, okay, which are long A, short A, and then I want to add the 2MP ending. What is that? It's the ending tem. Okay? So I've got a closed syllable here, and I'm adding tem to the end of the closed syllable. Pa, ka, tem. What do I need here to mark this as a closed syllable?
Silent Shabbat.
I want a silent Shabbat, right? Where's the accent going to be on this puppy?
Last syllable.
Okay, it's going to be over here. I'll put that in parentheses. That's the tonic syllable. Okay, good. So in this syllable here, that's pretonic, right? If the tem is tonic, the one before is pretonic. So where does Hebrew verbs like to reduce their shabazz? Reduce to shabazz?
Pretonic.
It's open.
Oh, yeah, open.
Syllables that become open in pretonic like to reduce their full vowel to a Shabbat. Can I reduce this pretonic syllable to a vocal Shabbat?
No.
No, because it's not open in pretonic. It's closed in pretonic. Okay? So I don't reduce there. So what's the next best thing? I go to the open and propretonic syllable, and there Hebrew likes to reduce open propretonic syllables in any place. Nouns, verbs, whatever, right? Those like to go to vocal Shabbat if they can. And since this commence is a changeable vowel, it's not a historically long one, it'll go to vocal Shabbat. Okay?
But if the pretonic syllable was open, the open propretonic syllable
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't.
Right. So let me just walk you through real quickly the other sort of situation. Again, always start with the basic vowel points. So here's my 3 root letters. I want long A, short A, right? But let's do 3CP ending. What's the 3CP personal ending on a perfect verb? It's oo, right? It's a shuri. So before I add that, let's just remind ourselves. This is the syllable structure, right? Closed, open, tonic, pretonic. Pa, ka, right? Pa, ka. Now, this is what I'm starting with. This issue of reducing in verbs to open pretonic. This is when a syllable becomes open and pretonic due to inflection. Because you might be going, hey, but pakad, that's open pretonic. Why don't I reduce that to vocal Shabbat? Because that's the basic vowel you're starting with. And this is the basic structure. I have pakad, open, close, long A, short A, and the open, closed syllables respectively. But now when I add the inflectional ending oo, can the dalet stay closed? with the coat before it?
No.
No. Remember that vowels need a lead consonant, right? The dalet has to slide over and begin dancing with the vowel that it goes with. And this is no longer a closed syllable. Dalet goes with the shurik, and ka is not closed, it's open. Tonic syllable moves to the back, so ka is pretonic. This is now a newly open and pretonic syllable. This is where I'm going to get my vowel reduction to vocal shava. That ka, that goes from pathak to vocal shava. And then the long A here, excuse me, is going to get the method to preserve its long A vowel. So pa, gada, pa, gada. Okay? Does that make sense?
Yeah, it has to do with the fact that the middle, or the second and third root are closed and not open.
Right, with those 10 and 10s.
Second person.
Their second plurals. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Is it true that what's driving all of that and all of those rules is like pronunciation and making words more simple to pronounce?
That's right. That's right. So when we are, when we're pronouncing, we're reducing places where there's not stress when we can, right? So these vocalic endings are going to pull that stress to the end. And this first syllable wants to stay long in those circumstances. And so I get that reduction in the middle. Pakada, pakada, pakada. With 10 and 10, because the syllable structure doesn't allow this to be open, then closed syllables never reduce the vocal shava. So neither of these two syllables in pakatem can go to vocal shava. Closed syllables always retain their vowel. So the only syllable that's open is the one that's far away from the tone. So it wants to reduce because there's a tendency in pronunciation to hurry over those earlier syllables that are open to get to the stress. So instead of pakatem, we get pakatem, pakatem. So what I would like to do before we do the practice sheet is to read these forms with you just to practice. And then I know it may be very uncomfortable for you to do this, but I want you to sing with me the song that I have to go with this. It's the Jesus loves little children. Okay. So you guys ready? Let's just say these together. Repeat after me. Pakad. So he visited or appointed. We'll just say visited here. Pakada. So she visited. Pakadta. You man, right? Masculine singular. Notice the accent here. You visited. Pakadta. Pakadta. A second feminine singular. You woman. Everybody. Pakad. Remember, we have two silent shavas here. So there's really a consonant cluster at the end. Pakad. The and ta are a cluster of consonants there. And then I appointed or visited everybody. Pakadti. Okay, third common plural. They visited. Pakadu. Y'all appointed or visited. Pakatem. And then Pakaten. For y'all women visited. And then we visited. Pakadnu. Pakadnu. So notice that I have endings that are vocalic and I have endings that are consonantal. Okay? What is the difference between a vocalic and a consonantal ending?
Starts with a vowel.
Yes, if the ending starts with a vowel, it's vocalic. If the ending starts with a consonant, it's consonantal. So if I go back up here and just look at the endings, here are the endings. I'm adding ah, that's a vowel, right? It starts with a vowel and happens to end with a vowel. But the important thing is that I'm adding a vowel to root 3. That's a vocalic ending. Ta, ta, and t, these all begin with the consonant T, so those are consonantal endings. Over here, oo for third common plural is a vowel, so that's a vocalic ending. And then tem, ten, and nu start with the consonants T or N. Those are consonantal endings, right? So what did we learn about root 3's scandalous behavior? How does root 3 handle these consonantal and vocalic endings?
Oh, yeah, it leaves its first love.
Yeah, root 3 is a scoundrel, right? For root 3, vocalic endings are sexy and consonantal endings are ugly. So whenever root 3 sees a vocalic ending, it goes and dances. If root 3 sees a consonantal ending, root 3 thinks it's ugly and stays with root 2. Stays in the closed syllable. All right? So there's 2 vocalic endings, ah and oo. That's where root 3 goes and dances. And has to go with that vowel. Okay? All right, so let's sing the song, shall we? Daniel, you want to help us sing?
I don't know on this one.
Jesus loves the little children, right? So pakat pakada pakata, pakat pakati, pakadu pakatem pakaten pakadu. That's the cow perfect conjugation. Let's sing it all. Ready? Pakat pakada pakata, pakat pakati, pakadu pakatem pakaten pakadnu. That's the cow perfect conjugation. Again. Pakat pakada pakata, pakat pakati, pakadu pakatem pakaten pakadnu. That's the cow perfect conjugation. We're struggling here, aren't we? Pakat pakada pakata, and then it's pakat, silent shabbat, right? Pakat pakati, pakadu pakatem pakaten pakaten. So let's say it. Sing it one more time. Ready? Pakat pakada pakata, pakat pakati, pakadu pakatem pakaten pakadu. That's the cow perfect conjugation. All right. Good. I should make you sing it without me. Oof. But I won't. But practice, practice, practice. Many of you know that if you put something to music, it's so much easier to memorize it. So when we learn the imperfect, we will use when the saints go marching in for our song. Right? That'll be fun. All right, so let's go to the practice sheet here and let's try to do these real quickly here. So we're supplying the forms for he did something in Hebrew. So we're using the cow perfect conjugation to do it. So what is the inflectional ending for he, which is 3ms?
None.
It's no ending. So here you'll notice that I write the 0 slash line, right? That means no ending. So all I'm going to add are the vowels that go with the cow perfect. So for the verb pakad, root 1 should take what? Kametz. Root 2 should take patha. And root 3 should take nothing. Right? Now, I'm almost done, except hey is what kind of consonant? Yes, it's a begat kafat. And begat kafat letters come standard with a dagesh lene. So I want my dagesh lene if and only if root 1 is a begat kafat. How would I translate pakad here as a perfect 3MS? He visited or appointed, right? Okay, now, what I've done for the rest of the exercise is I've given you verbs that are new in the chapter. So I'm doing you a favor right now. You guys can send me a check later. By the time we're done doing this, you will have 6 or 7 more vocab words from this chapter memorized. I hope. If you're brain dead during this exercise, I have no hope for you. Okay, so the next verb is Zayin Kaf Resh. Zayin Kaf Resh. What's going to go under root 1?
Commence.
Kamet. What goes under root 2? Pathak. And for he, Zahard, it's 0 ending, so I don't put anything after that. So my normal vowels get to stay the normal vowels. Zahar. Now what does Zahar mean? If you want to, go to chapter 10 to the vocab section, which is page 90. 91 and 92. Okay, you'll see the verbs there. It means he what? He remembered. Okay, I'm going to be lazy and not write the full word remember. Remmed. He remembered. He remembered. By default, perfects are usually past time because perfect conjugation is used for verbs that are construed as the whole or the complete action. And verbs that are past can be construed as the complete or the whole action, right? So very, very commonly the perfect is used for past tense. We're going to learn some other ways to create past tense verb forms later. But for now, all of our examples, we're going to translate these as past. All right. Now, the next verb is yarad. Yod, resh, dalet. Yes.
Is there a Dagesh Lene in the Kof?
And in the kaf here,
Kof, yeah.
they're supposed to be because kafs come standard with Dagesh Lene, but what would a preceding vowel do to a Dagesh Lene? It blows the Dagesh Lene out.
Yeah.
So you will not actually see it here, right? Now, what about the Zion? Pei got a Dagesh Lene. Should I put a Dagesh Lene in the Zion of Zahar? No, because Zion's not forget that. So you gotta watch for this. Okay? So what vowels go under the Yod and Resh of that verb, next verb? Root 1 gets Metz, root 2 gets Pathak, and for 3MS, Dalet gets nothing. Right? So it's Yarad. Everybody says to me, Yarad. So the first 3, everybody, Pakad, Zahar, Yarad. Notice the vowels are all the same, so these verbs should all rhyme, shouldn't they? Pakad, Zakar, Yarad. He what? What's Yarad mean?
Descended.
Yeah, descended or went down. We'll go with descended here. He descended. He went down. All right, the next verb. Ka, ka, be. What should go under root 1?
Commence.
Metz. Root 2, pathak. And do I need to do anything else here?
Yes.
Behold, kaf is a begad kafat. I need Dagesh Lene in the begad kafat. Kaf. What's kathav mean? He wrote. Very good. Kathav is to write. Murder, he wrote. All right, the next verb. Lamed, kaf, dalet. That, what's going to go to lamed? Kamet. Root 2, kaf, pathak, and root 3? Nothing. Good, because it's 3MS, and that has no ending. He what? What's lachad mean?
Captured.
He captured. Very good. He captured. Everybody, lachad. And kathab. Kathab. He wrote, he captured. And then nun pe lamed. What does that mean? To fall. To fall. So whenever we're finished with this, it's going to mean he fell. What goes under noon? Kamet. The pay, root 2? Pathak. Root 3? Nothing. Very good. Not fall, everybody. Say that. Not fall.
The fall.
So he fell. And then finally, kof, beit, sade. What are the vowels that are going to go here? Kametz and pathak. Good. And anything with sade?
Nope.
Not for 3MS he. So he what? gathered. He gathered. All right, so shall we read these? Okay, repeat after me. Pakad, Zahar, Yarad, Katav, Lagad, Nafal, Gavatz. Where's the accent on these words? Yep, it's always on root 2. We want accent on root 2 by default. And the only times it doesn't get it is when the stress gets pulled to the end by vocalic endings, because they're attractive, and the heavy consonantal endings tem and ten. They're heavy. Heavy things carry a lot of weight. Pull the stress to the end. Okay.
Dr. Marshall,
Yes.
real quick question. Maybe can you remind me why, like, on he wrote and he captured, why would we have a dagesh at the last consonant there, the bait?
Okay, so Beit and Dalet are Begat letters. And it's also true in the middle as well, right?
Yes.
Root 2 and 3 are Begat Kafas. They should have Dagesh Lene, but notice that right before the Tav is a vowel. Right before the Beit is a vowel. Vowels right before a Dagesh Lene, blow them away.
Any vowel, not just the long ones.
So it could be any vowel or even a vocal shavah, which would be
Okay.
normal vocal shavah and compound shavah. Always make Dagesh Lene disappear. So this kametz makes the kas Dagesh Lene go away. This patak makes the dalets Dagesh Lene go away. That's why they're not there. For kavatz, I've got a vowel before the bait, the Dagesh Lene goes away there. And for nafal, pei should have a Dagesh Lene, but the vowel before it pushes that Dagesh Lene out. Dalet and Yagad should have a Dagesh Lene, but the preceding vowel drives that out. Kaf should have a Dagesh Lene, but the preceding vowel drives that out. So, and then with Pakad, that should have a Lene, but the vowel before it makes it go away. So, Dagesh Lene is weak, right? Weak. Cannot let it stay when a vowel or vocal shabbat comes before. Okay, so let's take a look at the she forms. Now, what person gender number is she? It's 3FS. What's the inflectional ending for 3FS? It's ah. Is that a consonantal or a vocalic ending? It is vocalic. So we got to do our magic here. What's the standard voweling under roots 1 and 2 in the Cal Perfect? Root 1 should take what? It should take hametz, right? Root 2 should take patah. And then I'm going to add what to the dalet? Kametz. Hey. And what's the dalet going to do when he sees a very pretty, attractive kametz hey? Dalet is going to slide over and start a new syllable, right? Because every vowel needs a lead consonant. Kametz hey needs a consonant to dance with it. That leaves the kof open and pre-tonic now. What's it going to do?
Use the vocal schwa.
It's going to reduce the vocal shavah. And then what will I put next to the kametz of pa to preserve that long A and to tell you that the shavah is vocal? I want a methe, pa gada. And then what does the pei need since it's a begat letter with no vowel to blow it away?
Dagesh Lene.
It needs a Dagesh Lene. Don't forget your Dagesh Lene. Pa gada, pa gada. Say that for me, pa gada. So she what? How would I translate that? Pakad is visit, right? So she visited. Good. All right. Now, we got the pattern here. Pakad becomes pakuda. So, zahar is what I want to have for my vowels, but for she, I want to add kamate. What happens to the pathak under root 2? We reduce that to
Vocal schwa.
vocal shavah because it becomes open and pre-tonic when resh goes with the tonic vowel there. Ra. Zahara. Okay? So So we go to vocal shava, and then we get metheg to ensure the A vowel is retained. Zachara. Zachara. Say that. Zachara. So she's a hard. She what? She remembered. She remembered. So, do you notice the sound correspondences? They have the same vowels. Therefore, they should rhyme. Hakada Zachara. Hakada Zachara. Hakada Zachara. So now, if I wanted to say Yagad in the third feminine singular, you know what that should sound like, right? Without me writing the vowels, how should it sound? Yarada, with a vocal shava with root 2. Yarada. Hakada Zachara Yarada. What kind of A is under the yod? Kametz. Good. What's under resh? Should be a pathak, which reduces to a vocal shava. Get the metheg there next to the kametz then. And then dalet takes kamet. Yarada. Yarada. What does Yarada mean? She descended. Okay. Everybody good with that? She descended. Yarada. All right. What's the verb kathav mean?
Wrote.
Yep, to write. So in the perfect here, typically past wrote. So we want to say she wrote. If it's pakada zachara yavada, what would kathav become? Kathava. 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 So normally, long A, short A, but when I add the comments A to the backside, what's the tav patak gonna do?
It's gonna reduce the vocal shava.
Reduces the vocal shava, and the metheg preserves the long A under ka. So there we've got it, katava, katava. And then tell me about the ka. What kind of letter is it?
It's a beginning.
Begad kafet. So I want begad kafetish behavior going on with it, like Dr. Shalini. So everybody, katava.
Katava.
She wrote. The one above, Yavada.
Yarada.
She descended. Zachara.
Zachara.
She remembered. Pakada.
Pakada.
She visited. And then lakad would become what?
Lakada.
Lakada.
Yeah.
Are you getting the pattern here? Lakada. Lakada. She what? She lakaded. What's lakad?
Captured.
She captured. She captured. Lakada. What about nafal? What should that sound like?
Nafla.
Nafala. Nafala. That makes me think of falafel.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? Nafala. Remember, get your metheg next to the kametz. Vocal shavah into the pay now because it reduces when I add a vocalic ending like kamense. Lamed slides over, dances with the kamense. Pay is open and pretonic, has to reduce in birth. The vocal shavah. She nafaled. She what?
No.
She fell. Good. So last, kavatz. Notice that I have switched the final sade to the non-final sade as a bit of help to you because it cannot be final sade here, can it? What am I adding to the sade?
Commence.
I commentate, right? So I can't have a final sade here. What's root 1's vowel gonna be? Commence. And then root 2's vowel was what? Pathak, but it reduces to vocal shava when I add the vocalic ending ah, and I get my method here next to the command. So how would I pronounce that last one? Kavatsa. Kavatsa. Good. And she gathered. All right. She gathered grapes, something like that. So again, you hear the rhyming kavatsa, nafala, lakada, katava, yawada, and so forth. Yeah. All right. So every third feminine singular verb you learn should sound like that. Every perfect 3ms verb should be pakad, lakad, nafal. Okay? All right. Repetition so helpful, isn't it? Okay, so if I want to say you, man, did something, that inflectional ending is 2ms, second masculine singular. What's it look like? It's ta added to the third root letter. Does root 3 think this ending is sexy or ugly? Ugly! Consonantal endings are ugly. So root 3 is going to want to stay in a closed syllable. So my normal vowels are long A, short A, kametz, pathak. I'm gonna add ta. And does the Dalit want to go dance, or does the Dalit want to stay with root 2?
Stay.
It's going to stay with root 2. And if Dalit's closing the syllable by staying with root 2, I need to mark it with what? Silent Shava. That silent Shava marks a closed syllable. Pa, kad, ta. Pa, kad, ta. Where does my accent want to be in the CalPerfect? By default, root 2. And it'll always stay on root 2 unless some ending makes it go to the back. So, since root 2 is not the final syllable, ta is final, I do want my accent mark here. Pakad ta. Pakad ta. Alright? So there you go. What does pakad to mean? You visited. Good. And am I done? Is there anything else I should add to pakad to here? Pay is a big akafat, and it's at the beginning of the word. I definitely want my Dagesh language there. Okay.
And this is masculine, so you could translate it you men visited.
Well, it's only singular, so
Oh,
it's
it's
you
singular.
man.
You men.
Yeah, you man. Yeah. So, and it would sound very clunky in English to keep doing that.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? In English, we would just say you, but you have to. You'll know in Hebrew whether that you is male or female.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, good. So, pakadta. Say this to me, everybody. Pakadta. All right. So, with the har, I want long A, short A. And then what am I going to add here to the resh?
Silent Shava.
Okay, resh gets a silent shava, and then the ending is ta. Very good. Zahar ta. Do I want an accent mark anywhere? Yep. Remember, root 2 wants stress, and if root 2 is not the final syllable, I need the accent mark there, right? Zahar. If I don't have the accent mark here, I'm going to pronounce it Zaharta. Zaharta. But it's not Zaharta. It's Zaharta. Zaharta. Pakata. All right? So, do I need to add a Dagesh Lane design? No. Do I need to add a method next to the kametz under root 1?
No.
No, because there's no vocal shava immediately after. Don't need that method. So, and Zaharta means you, man, what?
Remember.
That's right. Zahar is to remember. Zaharta. Zaharta. So everybody, pakata, Zaharta. So what would your rod sound like in this form?
Yarata.
Yarata. Yarata. So what's the vowel under yod? Kametz. Under resh? Pathak. Why? Because that's what I need by default for CalPerfect. Long A, short A. Right? Unless they have to go away for some reason. And then silent shava followed by ta. Very good. And anything else I want to write here?
Accent mark.
Accent mark. Where? Root
Root 2.
2. What's the accent? Yarata. Say that. Yarata. Means you what?
Went down. Or
You
descended.
went down, descended. Excellent. Kathab. How should that sound? Kathavta. That's right. Kathavta. So here we can go ahead and write everything in. Long A, short A, silent shava, ta, ka, ta, ta. Am I done?
Nope.
Nope.
You need a
There are 2 things to add, right?
Dagesh Lane.
Dagesh Lane in the begat fat letter and accent mark over root 2. Kathavta. Kathavta. What's kathavta mean? You wrote. You wrote. Okay. So here's what I want you to do. For the last 3, go ahead and write them down real quickly on your sheet without me. I'll write them as well. But when you're done, if you could grab a partner or 2 and just compare notes. And this way, if you need some explanation, your teammate can actually practice explaining to you what you should do. And that helps reinforce their learning too. So go ahead and do those. I'm gonna freeze my screen so you can't watch. Make sure you write the English gloss for each of these forms as well. All right, I'll mute ourselves so y'all can talk. Not bother each other. Don't look at mine. Mine might have a mistake, so look at your own. So let me show you my screen here. Hopefully you captured, you fell, you gathered. Does everybody have that part right? You captured, you fell, you gathered. Okay, so what about Lakanta here? Oh, okay. I need an accent mark.
Second.
Let me add my accent mark right there. Okay. Is that good?
With your allotment there.
Well, what's up with my lawman here?
No,
Oh, that's right. No,
Not
not
kosher.
Can't
Not
put that
kosher.
there. Good. Anything else?
You need
Needs a, Tom.
Oh, the ta needs a dogish landing. Because I have a silent shava before, right? There's no vowel or vocal shava to blow it away, so it should be here, shouldn't it? All right, good. Is that good? Lachata?
That's good.
Lachata? Okay, now it's good. What about nafalta here? Is there anything you would change about nafalta?
Nope.
Good? That looks good. Okay, what about kavatsta?
It's a vocal shabbat under the bait, so it shouldn't be there.
Yeah,
And you need.
Right, yeah, silent shabbat, but it needs to go away.
okay. So under the bait,
Yep,
I want a silent shava?
no, it needs to be a, pathak.
Okay, so I need to change this to pathak. That's very good. There. Is that good?
And your cough needs a comment.
My kof needs a commence here, doesn't it? Okay, anything else?
Accent.
Oh, I need an accent mark here? Okay, and then what about the dogish landing? I forgot.
No.
That is not kosher.
That's not kosher. Because it's not a cough, is it? It's a kof. That's right. So there we go. So kavatsta. All right, good. We all happy now? You guys are so demanding.
We'll give you a
We try.
66
Okay.
on your grade.
We get a 6.
No,
I
actually, you get a
66.
33 on your grade.
All right.
That's going down.
All right, that's terrible. Okay, good. Let's take a look here now. So we did you man did something. Now we can say you woman did something. What's that? Well, it's you woman is 2FS. Second person is you, but the you is feminine singular. Okay? How do I do that? I'm adding a tav with what kind of shava under it?
A silent.
That's silent. And root 3 is going to get also a silent shava too, because root 3 thinks the consonantal ending that gets attached is ugly, and root 3 wants to stay in a closed syllable with root 2. Okay, so all we're doing is we're adding the sound t to the end of the consonant, that third consonant. So this is going to sound, in some situations, a little bit hard to pronounce, because when I say something like da and ta at the end of a word, pakad, right? It's sort of tough on the tongue. In other places, it won't be so bad. So we'll see what those are like. So what do I want for my standard vowels in the cow-perfect conjugation pattern? Root 1 should get kamet. Root 2 should get patak. Root 3 will take silent shava if I have a consonantal ending following. Is t consonantal?
Yes.
It is. So I do want my silent shava and I want my t with a silent shava. So 2 silent shavas. Now, where does root 2's, where's the accent want to go?
Root 2.
Root 2, okay. So if I accent root 2, is the accent on the final syllable or the non-final syllable?
No,
Final.
Where's the last vowel in pakad? There's the last vowel. That's the final syllable. So root 2, its vowel is the final vowel. And so do I need to put an accent mark here?
No.
No, I just assume that the final vowel is stressed because the final syllables by default stressed, right? So I don't need an accent mark here. Pakad. So that would be pakad. What else do I need here? I need the Begat Kafat letters, Dagesh language, right? Okay, so you what? Pakad, you woman, you visited or appointed. Excellent. So Zahar should be long A, short A, Resh takes what kind of Shiva? Silent. And then for you woman, it's T with a silent Shiva. And do I need an accent mark?
Nope.
No, I do not. Zahart. Zahart. So what's that mean? You what?
You remember.
You remembered. Good. Do you think you'll remember Zahar means remembered? You remembered. So everybody, Pakad, Zahart. All right. Good. This comes from Zahart. All right. And then Yarad would be what? Now that you've got the rhyming pattern, Pakat, Zahart, and
You're right.
Yarad.
Yeah, right.
You're right.
Okay. Thankfully, I've got all the standard vowels I want for root 1 and 2. Right? I don't need to modify anything. This makes me happy. Zahart. But I want the 2 silent shavas under root 3 and the ta. Zahart.
Dr. Marshall,
Yeah.
so the pronunciation at the end there, we're not pronouncing that the dalet and the tav together. It's almost like the dalet's quieting and we're just doing the T.
Well, I'm pronouncing it. You might not be. But it's Yavad. So it is Yavad.
Dr. Marshall,
Yeah.
how would you divide this into syllables?
Good question. Let me grab a red pen here. And so Yod has a vowel, and Resh has its own vowel in a new syllable. I have 2 vowels. How many dividing lines do I need? 1 dividing line, because 2 vowels make 2 syllables. That's it. Yavad. Yavad. So the first syllable is?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's open. The second syllable is closed, because I not only have a consonant closing, I actually have 2 consonants closing, right? 2 consonants. We got a consonant cluster. So in English, the word park. Now, I hear that Boston accent. You pronounce that pak, right? There's only 1 consonant after the A there in pak. But for most of us, that's a consonant cluster at the end of the A vowel, right? Park. And that's close too, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So anyhow, that's how I would divide this. Good question.
We So we have a rule that you can't have 2 consecutive vocal shavas,
Right.
but it's only for vocal, is
Yeah.
that right? Okay.
Yeah. So, to review this a little bit here, here's the, right, here are the principles here. So, at the beginning of a word, I have a vocal shava. At the end of a word, I have a silent shava. If there's 2 shavas in the middle, where neither of them happens to be at the beginning or the end, then I always have the silent vocal combo, right? But when 2 are at the end, they're both silent, okay? And if 2 are at the beginning, hell has frozen over, okay? Because that can't happen. That's impossible, okay? Like, I wouldn't even know what to do with that. Presumably, that would be vocal. But then that would be vocal. That can't happen. Well, maybe it's silent. Well, how do I have a vocal shava with a silent shava when I need a full vowel to have a silent shava? Because silent shava marks a closed syllable, right? So this just cannot be. So this is where I have to call on the Red Rider to fix that. Okay. So, but at the end, that means the 2 shavas, one has to be at the final, and then the other one has to be right before the final. These are both silent.
Otherwise, you would have 2 syllables. Because
Where?
silent Shabbat closes a syllable, right?
Yeah. So, that would be where I'd have to divide, but then I wouldn't know what to do with this, right? I've had what looks like a syllable because I've divided, but there's no vowel.
So vowel.
So this has to be a silent shava. Couldn't be a vocal shava and be a syllable either, right? So yeah, it's just 2 silent shavas
So
there.
rule breaker.
All right. So what does yavad mean? You what?
Descended.
Yeah, you descended. Okay, good. I'm gonna abbreviate that one. That's descended. Okay. So what should the next one look like? If it's pakat, zahart, yarat, what would this be? Ka, katav, katav, katav. Are we pronouncing that bait? Yes, we are, right? Katav, katav. All right. So 2 silent shavas. Do I need an accent over the tav?
No.
No, but I do need in the kaf.
Dagesh language.
Dagesh language. There I am. So what does katav mean? You wrote, woman. You wrote. So go ahead and do the last 3 on your own. And I'm going to do them here. And then we'll just immediately compare with mine. You don't need to compare with each other. Hurry along. All right. I trust you're done. Maybe my trust is misplaced. Let me show you what I have here. All right.
That looks kosher to me.
Does it all look kosher?
That looks kosher.
That's all good.
It's hard to pronounce.
Right?
Yeah, that last one's rough.
Yeah, that last one is kavatsta. 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 Yeah.
Do you actually say t or t? Just the t.
Just, yeah, kavatsta. 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 Okay, good. So, let's look at the next step. This is next page. So we want to say I did something. What is the person gender number of I?
First person.
First gender?
Common.
Common. Right, so whether I'm a woman or a man, I'm gonna use the same verb form. So it's common gender and singular or plural?
Singular.
Singular. So this is one CS, first common singular. All right.
Unless it's God, then it might be.
It's very uncommon.
That's very uncommon.
No. So what's that look like? I'm adding the sound T to the end, which begins with a consonant. This is a consonantal ending. So it's T here. And what's going to go under root 3 before I add that consonantal ending? What kind of Shiva is under root 3 here?
Shabbat.
That's a silent Shiva. Good. So what's the standard vowel pointing for root 1 in CalPerfect? Komet.
Yes.
Root 2. Pathat. And then I'm going to add T for I. And what goes under the Dalet here? To make sure it's a closed syllable. A silent Shiva. Excellent. Pa, Kad, T. Now, where's the accent gonna want to be here?
Under the page.
In the middle on root 2. If I don't put an accent mark, I'm gonna pronounce this Pakati. But it's not Pakati. It's Pakati. And I want an accent mark there. Because T is the final syllable. And we're stressing the non-final syllable here.
You said it's only the heavy and the vocalic endings that pull
Right.
out
So
stress.
vocalic endings are comet, hey, and shurik. Heavy endings are consonantal endings are tem and ten. Right? Why are they called heavy consonantal endings? Because they consist of 3 items: the tav, the vowel, the mem or nun. And that's heavier than a consonantal ending with just a consonant and a vowel. That's 2 things, right? So theoretically, 3 things should weigh more than 2 things. So ha is light, consonantal ending, tem and ten, heavy consonantal endings. All right, so pakati. Say that to me, everybody. Pakati. So how would I translate that? Pakati.
I
Would be
point.
that sound word without Dutch letter.
Yeah, it's visited, right? Pakati. Oh, yeah, I'm missing something here. There should be a digaspolene here in the page. Otherwise, it would be fakati.
Yeah.
All right, so pakati. I visited, I appointed. All right, so what's the harsh form going to be? If pakati is pakad, what's the har going to look like? And sound like? Zaharti. Party Zaharti. I want T on the end. Resh gets silent Shiva. Normal vowels under roots 1 and 2. No reason to reduce anything. Am I done? Zaharti.
Accent mark.
Accent mark on root 2. Zaharti. What's Zaharti mean?
I remember.
I remembered. Everybody, Pakati,
Kanti,
Zaharti,
Saharti,
Yarad becomes
Yarati,
Yarati. Long A, short A, root 3 gets what? Silent Shiva, and then I is T on the end. Yarati. And I need an accent mark. Over What does Yarati mean?
I descended.
I descended. Excellent. So what's Kathav's form going to sound? Oh, did someone have a question?
Yeah, just a quick question. Why does the accent move when it's vocalic and heavy and not when it's not vocalic heavy? Is there like a reason why that happens?
Yeah. Well, heavy endings are stressed. And so when we stress them, of course, the accent has to go where the heavy ending is. So it shifts off of root 2. Vocalic endings, by nature, pull stress to the end. Let me remind you, we have the word Seuss, right? That's closed and tonic. Okay, so I only have one vowel, and the vowel shurik, and shurik is stressed. Okay, but what happens when I talk about a female horse? If I add the vocalic ending ah, remember the samic goes with that. This is now an open syllable, right? And where's the stress going to be?
Final syllable.
It's final, right? So even though on Seuss, the Su is stressed, when I add the vocalic ending ah, that goes tonic, and this goes pretonic. So we're accustomed to vocalic endings pulling the stress to the end. So that's not new here, it's just a different context for it. But the tem and ten heavy endings, that's new. So, but those are the only consonantal endings that pull the stress. Everywhere else, they don't. Okay, so katav should be what? If I've got pakati, zaharti, yarati, katav is katavti, katavti. When you start getting the patterns fixed in your head, this is when you're beginning to learn it. Katavti, katavti. Accent goes on tav, root 2, right? Katavti. And then what goes in the kaf?
Darshan.
I want a dagesh lane here. And what does katavti mean? I wrote. Katav T. T is I. T. I. Okay, lachad. Lachad should become what then? Lachad T. T. Right? T. T. Lachad, silent shava, and then what's that personal ending sound like? T. T is I. So I lachaded. I what? I captured. Did I want to add anything to the lamed or the kaf here in lachadti?
No.
No? Anything above any of these consonants? Yeah, I want the accent over root 2. Lachadti. What about nafal? It's nafalti. No, you're faulty. I'm not faulty. So not faulty. I what? I fell. Accent on the pay, remember. I fell. And then what's kavat's gonna become? Kavat's T. Good. Kavat's T. And that's I what? I gathered. Sehr gut. Making sense to you? Okay, I hope so. Let's go over to the next one. Here we want to say they did something. What person gender number is they? Third common plural. And what's the inflectional ending for they? Third common plural. Ooh, the sure, right?
I thought everyone forgot.
Okay, so third common plural is adding ooh. Is that a consonantal or vocalic ending? It's vocalic. So where's my script going to go?
To the back.
Gonna go to the back. So again, pakad are my standard vowels. Always start with long A, short A. But then when you add oo, what's the dalet gonna do?
Go dance.
Yeah, it's gonna go dancing to the left. This is now open and pre-tonic because the accent always goes to the end with vocalic endings. The tonic syllable is do. Ka is open and pre-tonic, and Hebrew does what with verbs that become open and propretonic? That's open and pre-tonic. They go reduce the vocal shava. And then what might I put next to the kametz? A method to make sure that we pronounce that long A vocal shava combo. Pa kadu. Pa kadu. What do I put in the pay? So how do I translate pa kadu? They visited. They visited. Pa kadu. All right. What would Zahar do? Zakaru. Right? Zahar adds the u, the kaf, now has to go from pathak down to vocal shava. Zacharu. Zacharu. Put your method there to keep that A long. Zacharu. Everybody say that. Pakadu. Zacharu. They what?
They remembered.
They remembered. Good. All right. So what would Yagad become if it's Pakadu and Yacharu?
Yaradu.
Yaradu. Very good. Yaradu. And again, what do I want with the comments under the yod? Methag to preserve that vocal Shabbat with the A vowel before it. Yaradu. Yahadu. What's Yahadu?
They descended.
They descended. Excellent. And then Katha becomes
Got the
Ka the Vu.
Uh,
Great. And then the comments wants a Methag. Ka the Vu.
Dagesh Lene.
And Dagesh Lane and the Ka. Excellent. Great. Do I need any accent marks anywhere? No, because I'm stressing which syllable here.
second word.
The final
Final.
syllable. Is root 2 being stressed?
Yes.
No, root
No.
2 is a vocal Shabbat. I can't stress it.
Oh,
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
root 3 is being stressed because the vocalic ending has stolen the root 3 and the accent.
oh, the root is the letter. not the
Root
syllable.
3 is,
I got my
yeah. Root 3 means the consonant, the root letter. Okay, so Kathavu is they
Wrote.
wrote. Good. Lachad becomes
Lachadu.
Lachadu. Very good. What does that mean?
Capture.
They captured. And Nafal becomes
Nafalu.
Nafalu. Very good. I want my method there. And that's they fell. And then Kavatz becomes Kavatsu. Kavatsu. And Kavatsu means they gather. All right. Does anybody have any questions about what we just did? We did this one fast, right? But you got the patterns now. So when they did anything, it's ah-a-oo. Ah-a-oo. And just throw some consonants in there. Hakadu. Lakadu. Ahavu. You don't even know that verb. All right. Very, very good. Let's go to this next one. I want to say you, but the you is masculine and plural. What person is you? First, second, or third person?
Second.
That's second. And because it's a plural and masculine you, we would say this is second masculine plural. What is the inflectional ending for count perfect, 2MP?
Tim.
Tem. That's right. Is that a consonantal or a vocalic ending? It's consonantal.
It's heavy.
And it's heavy. So where does the stress go?
The last.
Off root 2 to the final syllable. Excellent. So what are my vowels for roots 1 and 2 here in the perfect? Long A, short A, comments, patha. I'm going to add tem for y'all, you masculine plural. And where's the accent going to be? On the final syllable, tem. Is Dalit going to go dance with tem or stay with root 2 Kof?
Stay with the root 2.
He's going to stay close. So I need what kind of Shabbat under Dalit?
Vocal, or silent.
Silent. Very good. But then there's one more thing besides the Dagesh. What happens now? The accent's on the final syllable tem. Cod is pretonic but closed. I can't change it. It's not open. It's closed. That vowel stays, but pa is open and propertonic. What will he do with that syllable?
Reduced.
It will reduce the vocal Shabbat. This is the first time we've seen that in the paradigm now, isn't it? But it will happen in all the forms going down. Kod tem instead of pa kod tem. Yeah.
Open and pretonic and open and propertonic both would reduce.
I wouldn't have open and pretonic and open and propertonic
At the same time.
at the same time. So I'm going to get one or the other.
Mm.
Okay. All right. So is there a question you had?
Yeah, I had in my head that propertonic reduces for nouns and then for verbs
Mhm.
pretonic. Is it just true both ways?
It is true both ways, but most of the time you see that with nouns. Okay. In verbs, we get it here and in a few other places, but most of the time the propertonic syllable with verbs is actually going to be closed and not open. So I won't see it reducing there.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see this again, but right now this is the only place you're going to see it here. Okay, perfect. All right, so pukatem, everyone. Pukatem means what? You or y'all what? Visited. Good. Now, let's take Zahar and let's rework this example again. I would normally want long A, short A under 1 and 2 roots. Add tem for y'all, masculine plural, 2MP. Ray should have what kind of Shiva under it?
Silent.
Silent. Good. But where's the stress?
Final.
It's on the final syllable. That leaves za open and pretonic, and it has to do what?
Reduced to.
Reduce the vocal Shiva. So instead of za hartam, I get the vocal Shiva. Za hartam.
The
Za hartam. Everybody, za hartam.
Zahartem.
So pukatem,
Katem.
za hartam.
Zahartem.
What does that mean? You
Remember.
remember. Excellent. All right. So what would I do with Yarad? Pukatem, Zahartem. What's next with Yarad?
You're on.
You're right, Tim.
Yaradtem. What kind of Shabbat under Yod? Root 1?
Oh.
Vocal. Ya. The Resh gets the Pathak I want for root 2, right? And then I get silent Shabbat under root 3 because I've got a consonantal ending coming and the Dalet's going to stay close to root 2. Yarad.
So it's technically a 2-syllable word.
Yeah, once I reduce that ya to ya, I have 2 vowels, pathak and segal. It's a 2-syllable word. Yogad tem.
So
Yogad tem.
roots and syllables need to be separate ideas.
Right, a syllable is a vowel with its lead consonant and any closing consonant if there is one. Root just means the consonant that makes up the 3 consonants of the verbal root. So the verbal root is always 3 consonants. The first one I call root 1, the second consonant's root 2, the third consonant's root 2. Now, these root letters can be used to create syllables. But when I say root, I'm just asking consonant. Which consonant letter? All right. So I think you're at a position now where you could do the next 4 on your own. Go ahead and write those down. Oh, by the way, what does Yohat Tem mean? You or y'all descended, right? Okay, good. Yohat is to go down or descend. So go ahead and do the next 4. I'll freeze my screen and write these in, and then you can compare. All right, about 10 more seconds. Make sure you get your English glosses for those verb meanings down, and then I will do the great reveal. Okay, there you go. For you wrote. No? What's your problem, man?
Got a mess in there, man.
Oh, is that what you're, like this thing? Isn't that supposed to be the vowel under Route 1 in a CalPerfect?
Not in the accent.
Focus
Not in
on
the
the
accent.
But look, the accent's right here on Route 2.
It ain't.
No, it ain't. Okay. Are you telling me I gotta get rid of that accent mark as well?
For Hebrew.
Okay, all right. Well, at least I was consistent with my error, right? Okay, so that accent is over here. So that's open in what?
Propertonic.
It's now open in propertonic. That needs to go to vocal shava, right? I want a vocal shava there. Everybody, kutaf tem. Kutaf tem. Is that good?
Yeah.
All right, what about the next one? Lukhat tem.
It needs a silent shava under the dollar.
Oh, okay, good catch. Silent shava under dollar. Is there anything else you would fix here? Lukhat tem.
Nope.
No, good. Okay, that means you captured everybody. Lukhat tem.
Tim.
So kutaf tem. Kutaf tem. Lukhat tem. All right, what about nifal tem? Nifal tem.
Oh, you have that improper accent mark on the last.
But the accent, but the last syllable is accented.
That's understood.
That's understood. So I don't need to write that accent mark. All right. So is that good then?
Looks good to me.
Is that good enough for you?
That's good.
All right, everybody, nifal tem. So you all fell, you meant, and then kavatz tem. Any problems with that one? Kavatz tem.
Nope, that looks good.
That's good. That's good. So we're done. Everything's happy. All right. Excellent. Now let's go over here. We're doing the same drill, but the U is not masculine plural, but feminine plural. So it's 2FP. What's the difference between 2MP and 2FP? They're almost the same. Yeah, just the final consonant. Tem versus ten. How will we remember?
M
Just
for
like
mass.
M for masculine. Tem, masculine. And then 10 for not masculine. Or nashim is women, right? You remember nashim, but that may be too.
Not masculine. Pretty good.
Yeah, and for not masculine.
Masculine.
I think you said in your video, 10 rhymes with hen.
Yes, that's right. That's right. And when we start learning pronouns, the word for their horse, their horses, it will be hen for female, that there. So that'll be helpful.
Watch them hens.
Watch that. Okay, so we're gonna do everything we just did. Fakad with long A, short A, silent shava. But when we add 10, the heavy consonantal ending causes a stress shift here, right? So that's now open and propertonic. So what does pakad 10 become?
Put.
Pakad 10. And what goes in the pay? My dagesh tane. All right. Pakad 10 means y'all women did what? Visited. Great. So, how about if you do all of these real quickly on your own sheet, and then we'll check ourselves, okay? While you're writing these down, I encourage you to sound them out, maybe lightly to yourself, but just practice reading what you're writing and sounding them out so that you're becoming more and more competent in your reading abilities. You should hear some rhyming going on here. Okay, you guys got done? Oh, I forgot to write down the meanings of these. I can do this very
I see
easily.
some gender mixing here.
Boy, that was quick and easy, wasn't it? All right, here we go. Let me show you my screen here. All right. So this is what we should see, or maybe not. What about you remember? You women remember.
Women are confused here.
Ah, what's wrong with this?
It's a masculine ending.
Oh, you mean I have the wrong final consonant? Okay. What does it need to be? A noon for not masculine. All right, good. Everything else look good? Zohar 10?
You're missing the dog.
Zohar 10?
Looks good.
That looks good.
Okay, so Zohar 10 looks fine. What about Yoga 10?
Yeah.
That's good.
That look good? You descended women? You women descended? What about Kithop 10? Ah, where? Right here?
First.
No, needs to go on the first one. Okay, good. That it?
Looks good.
And in the thought.
Oh, no, there's a dollar sign. Too.
And the Tav of 10 as well, right?
Sneaky.
Yeah, sneaky, sneaky. So you women wrote Kithop 10. Okay, Luchad 10. You women captured?
Looks good.
Good. Nifal 10.
Yeah, looks good.
Is that good? There's a doggish landing in there. And then Kibbutz 10. You women gathered.
Looks good.
All right, great, great. And notice they all rhyme, right? Pukat 10, Zephyr 10, Yura 10, Kutat 10, Lukat 10, Nifal 10, Kibbutz 10.
Dr. Marshall,
Yes.
as we're writing these, just kind of mechanically, should we be writing the vowel pointing as we go, or just add an ending and then add the vowel pointings afterwards?
Well, I walked you through writing the real vowels that normally go there, and then putting the ending, and then making adjustments to just reinforce why the vowels change. But as you get more familiar with it, you should be able to just intuitively put the vowels in as you go. So yeah. Like from here on out, when you're doing 2FP, you should just think, that's going to have a vocal shabbat under that first concept.
Okay, and then when we translate that, should we translate it as you all fell, you all descended, you all, or just say you wrote?
You could say you all or y'all to make it clear that it's plural and not singular, but you don't have to. It's not absolutely required. On my test, in order for me to test that you know the difference, I'm going to use you versus y'all. So when you're making choices, the you will be the singular and y'all or you all will be the plural. Okay, great. Let's get down to these last ones. There's one more inflectional ending that we learn, and it's the we form. What person gender number is we?
First
First common plural. I is first common singular. We is first common plural. All right? And the ending we're using is new. And what comes right before the new on the consonant, the root 3 consonant? It's a silent shabbat, right? I want to see a silent shabbat right before new. So, what are my consonants for the perfect? Kametz, patat, I'm going to add new, and what will indicate that this is a closed syllable here? Under the dollar. Silent shabbat. Where's my accent going to go? To the back. Is this a heavy consonantal ending? It is consonantal, but it's not heavy because it's not 10 or 10, right?
Wait, how is it consonantal if it's?
It starts with a consonant, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So even though there's a vowel, it's consonantal if the ending I'm adding starts with a consonant. All right? So I'm adding a consonant to the dalet. That means that dalet does not want to go dance with the consonant, right? Root 3 thinks consonants are ugly. So we want a silent shabbat to mark that as close. But where do I want my stress by default? In the perfect, I want root 2. And it should be there unless the vocalic or the heavy consonantal endings pull them away to the back. So pa, ka, nu. So does this mean I can keep the long A under root one?
It's gonna be vocal.
Really?
Oh, no.
It's stressed.
It's not open and propertonic, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So it's gonna keep the long A at once.
And it's closed. It's accent.
It's open accent,
This is accented.
open and unaccented, right?
Yeah, this is open and pre-tonic, right? All right, so I want the dogish laning. So the important thing is that I start with long A and I only reduce it if it becomes open propertonic. It's not open and propertonic. It is open here, but it's not propertonic, right? Because the accent is on root two. So I have pakad nu. So what does that mean? Pakad nu?
We visited.
Nu is we, and then pakad is visited. So we visited. So zahar becomes zahar what? Zahar. Nu. I want noon with shuri. And silent Shava under root three. Zahar nu. Am I done? Or do I need to write anything else here on Zahar nu?
An accent.
Accent marked on root two. We Zahar. We what?
Remembered.
We remembered. Zahar nu. Everybody says to me, Pakad nu. Zahar nu. So Yarad becomes Yarad nu.
So would it be safe to say that the open pretonic syllable in a verb reduces to vocal shava if it's the penultimate syllable? Or
No, here's really the easiest way to think of it. When we're talking about the theme vowel, which is the root two vowel, root two reduces an open pretonic syllable to vocal shava when it becomes open and pretonic. So what am I starting with the cow perfect? I'm starting with pakad, right? But root two is really where I get this vowel reduction of open pretonic. So that's really it. When root two becomes open pretonic, I'm going to get vocal shava reduction. This is open pretonic in the basic form. And if you're thinking, well, open pretonics go to vocal shava, you're going to be in trouble here, right? We don't reduce that to vocal shava. We have a long A that this conjugation pattern requires, and it should stay there unless it has to go away. And it only goes away when we start adding endings, and certain endings make it reduce. All right.
It's kind of a general guiding principle. You add a vowel somewhere, you gotta reduce one somewhere else.
Often that happens. Yes. Yes. All right. So what does kathab become? Oh, actually, yaradnu means we descended. Okay, great. Kathab becomes kathab what?
Kathab.
Nu. Good. Accent on the second consonant. Kaf gets dagesh lene. We what? We wrote. Everybody kathab nu? So lahad becomes lahad nu. Lahad. Silent shava. Had nu. Accent where? Root two. We what?
We
Lahad.
Captured.
We captured. Good. Nafal becomes Nafal nu. Accent where? Root two pay. Nafal nu. We what?
We fell.
We fell. And then last kavats becomes kavats nu. Good. And accent on bait. Root two. We what? We gathered. Okay, good. Make sense? All right. Now, here's what I want you to do for this last column. I've just given you the paradigm verb pakad, and I've given you the subject pronoun that I want you to do for the inflection. See if you can do this real quickly. We've gone through all of them and repeated them over and over, but now I'm mixing them up. So don't look at the other ones, just see if you can remember how to do it, okay? I hope we've reinforced the personal endings enough for you to do this. But we'll see. So I'm going to do these as well. I'll freeze my screen here. and see if you can get this down. So remember to put the English translations in here as well. Actually, you can write it once and do ditto mark this arrow down, because it means the same thing. All right, let's go over this real quickly. We have about a minute left in our class time here. So I have for I visited Pakati. Everybody got that? Pakati. Right. T is the I subject inflection. Right. Pakati. For she visited Pakada. Pakada. Remember, that's a vocalic ending. That causes vocal shava under root 2. Pakada, pakada. They visited pakadu. Ah versus oo is she versus they. But with both of these, I get vocal shava under root 2. Pakadu. You is 2MP for you masculine plural. Pakatem. Did you remember to reduce your kamets to vocal shava here? The heavy ending tem. Pakatem. We visited Pakadnu. Make sure you've got an accent on root 2 there. Pakadnu. For you, feminine plural, that's 2FP. Pakaten. Final noon for not masculine. Final name for masculine here. And then for you, masculine singular, that's 2MS, pakadta. Pakadta. All right, so make sure you've got the accent right there. Any questions about this? How'd you do? Did you get 100?
No.
Should we just make this the quiz? And
Yes, I can't take that. I forgot them all.
oh, you forgot the doggy slaying on all these?
I totally zoomed right past it.
Oh man, we did that doggy slaying how many times?
8 times.
Yeah, something like that. Okay, good. So do you have a handle on the cow perfect conjugation?
Getting there.
All right, keep practicing, keep singing your song, all right?
Oh, man, burn so